Good morning, everybody. Just pulling in the elevator this morning. Corn pile's growing. It grew a little since last night. But we picked corn till about midnight last night, and it froze up good. It was like 28 degrees by the time we quit. There was frost on the corn heads. There was frost on the side of the semi-trailers. It got cold last night. So we're going to get unloaded. We're going to let things dry off a little bit. And we're going to get back at it today. Just a little reminder, guys, if you comment on my videos and I don't get back to you right away, I will eventually get back to you. I read all the comments and I appreciate all the comments. It's just that we've been so busy, I haven't had time to really just stop and comment back. But I gotta find the gloves here. But I will comment back. Just takes me a little time to do so. So I'm gonna get untarped. Dad's already on the scale. He cheated and pulled in right off the city street on the scale. There's a pile of corn over there. So I'm gonna get untarped and I'm gonna go get on the scale too, get dumped and get out of here. And I can't believe how big some of these concrete bins are. They just blow my mind. But anyways, we're gonna get out of here and get some corn picked today. It was kind of nice last night when we quit. Everything was running fine. There's nothing to fix this morning. Just gonna check fluids, oil change, and we're ready to roll again. So stay tuned. So we're on the scale now. Dad's in the hole dumping. What's always fascinated me was old train engines at grain elevators for moving train cars around. I love seeing them. It's just the coolest thing ever. So this load's 16.7% moisture, so that means we have to go to pit 3, which is around the corner over here. And we get to see the corn pile up closer. Kind of cool. So I like going to pit 3 because it dumps really fast. So it gets us in and out pretty quick on this pit. Dad's already over here. He actually went into pit 1 and pulled out of pit 1 to come over to pit 3. Because dry corn goes here because it don't have to be dried. If it's wet, it goes in pit 1 in the big concrete silos and gets dried. Well, we're back at the shop. Before we go pick corn, I'm going to change the fuel filters on this blue Kenworth and diddle with the pump a little bit. I'm just not happy with the performance of this truck. Just seems way down on horsepower, so I'm gonna change the fuel filters and turn the pump up just a little bit and see if we can't get a little more out of her. So this truck's new to us this year, and we've had to do a lot of work to it. Just a bunch of little crap that the farm that had it before, they must have just let it go. So we've got it running good though. I mean, other than it's just down on horsepower, and I think the fuel filters are plugged. So we're gonna change that real quick. See if we can't get some better performance out of it. So I changed the fuel filter on the blue Kenworth, and this is what I found inside the old fuel filter when I cut it open. We've got one of these filter cutters, and I usually cut a lot of our filters open just to check them, just to see what's in them. But yeah, truck should run a lot better with a clean filter. I just wonder where all this crap came from out of the tank. We might have to end up cleaning the tanks on it, because that's pretty excessive. That's nasty. So for right now, we change the filter, turn the pump up just a little bit on it. So we'll see what happens, see if it made a truck out of it. So if not, it's gonna have to come in here and fuel tanks are gonna have to be cleaned out on it. And run good fuel in your trucks. Don't run just junk from anywhere, because this is what you end up with. That's why we run Country Mark fuels from Co-op that are clean. They're filtered off the truck into our tanks. They're filtered out of our tanks into our equipment. We never have an issue. So this is junk fuel. Nasty. Okay, we're gonna head to the field and start picking some corn today. Well, I think we're ready to pick some corn. I got my head greased. This 1063 is the needle bearing head, so I've got to grease it. I grease it at least once a day. So I got it greased and combine checked over, topped off my fluids, put fuel in it, and we're ready to go. So we'll get some corn picked this afternoon. The elevator closes at like 6, so it's going to be probably a short day. So we're at least going to fill the grain cart and the 2 trucks, and that'll probably be it for the day, which is okay with me because they're open part of the day tomorrow on Sunday. So we'll be able to dump and get to go home a little earlier tonight instead of midnight like the other night, which I don't mind working that late. I enjoy this, so no big deal, but I do like a little sleep. So anyways, we're going to get at it and see what we can get done today. Definitely got some beautiful corn right here. If you guys have been following my channel on this farm, this is one that we picked up this year. It's new. When we first got this part of the farm wasn't farmed. It was like 12-foot tall giant ragweed stem and just chickweed and all kinds of stuff. Well, Dad's strength and I took both of our articulated tractors and we worked it really good. We got it all tilled up, we disced it, we run the soil finisher over it, and we were able to do that because of the big articulateds. They float real good in this soft shit. So we were able to get it worked, and Dad was able to get it planted, and the corn just turned out beautiful on it. I mean, this stuff is just, I don't know what the yield is yet, because I don't have a yield monitor, but be able to find out. This is a Bex number corn. I actually think it's still that Phoenix brand from Bex, so, but it's still a Bex genetic. Looks to be really good corn. It's got some really nice ear slides to it, but stuff turned out great. Glad we got this ground worked and was able to get a crop on it. I used to have before and after pictures of this field, but I lost them when I deleted a bunch of stuff off my phone on accident. But we had to pull a few small trees out and stuff out here. But we made a farm out of it. Definitely made a farm out of it. I'm definitely happy with it. The old L2's loving it. And I want to thank the guy that pointed out in the comments, told me that when my clean grain auger lifts out of the cradle that it sits in the grain tank, that it's halfway full. Now I keep watching it. Now I know when it starts picking up, it's like, oh, halfway full. So I kind of make a note of it, how many rows I picked, so that I don't overfill it because my light's not working. So that definitely helps knowing that that's half full. It's soft out here. And I'm getting full. But yeah, as you can see, that corn's really coming in there now. Mom's actually coming to run the grain cart for us, I guess, because Dad's strength had to go take care of some stuff. So Mom's gonna come and bring the cart. I don't know if she's gonna unload on the go, but we'll at least have it by us, and then she can run it up to the trucks and dump it. So that'll be a good thing. So I'll get some video later on. Hoping to get some outside video of the Gleaner. I can't run it and take outside video too, is the only problem. So we'll see what I can do later. So I kind of got a little behind in video. We moved on to another field. Same farm, just different field down the road. My mom ended up having to watch my little niece, so she can't run the grain cart today, which is okay. Dad and I have just been driving back and forth. We just keep the grain cart close to where we're picking. So Dad run to the elevator to dump the peat because we have it loaded, and he's going to bring it back. We're going to load it again, finish filling the Kenworth, and then finish the grain cart off, and then that'll be it today, because I thought the elevator was open till 6. They're only open to 4 today. So, and we don't have any bins that we can store any corn in for the time being. So we just kind of work when the elevator's open. But they're going to be open tomorrow morning at like 10 o'clock, which is fine. So get to sleep in, and we'll get back to pick the corn in the morning. So, but we still got stuff to fill yet tonight, or this afternoon. Not tonight yet, this afternoon. So we're going to stay picking corn for a while yet. So I'm working on breaking this field in. I'm going to head down here to the low spot in the muck and pick the ends off, so I can stay light till I see how soft the conditions it is down here. It don't look like there's much water in the ditch, being it's so dry. It's still very dry. We got that inch of rain, or now about 3/4 of an inch of rain a couple days ago, and it's gone already. But that still don't mean this muck down here is not wet, because it's a pretty low spot, so it still could potentially be wet. So I'm just going to play it safe and just go into it with a empty hopper and just play it safe. So because if I get stuck, I'll have to run the 9300 down here, the 8640 with one of the blue ropes, and pull combines out, and I don't feel like doing that today. So we'll just play it a little safe. So we'll start picking again. So if you're ever in a situation where you're picking corn along a ditch and you think you may have trouble because it's either wet or it's soft, or well, muck like this and it's soft, or there's muskrat holes you need to worry about, always start picking your inrows from over there towards the ditch. That way, if you do get in trouble, your auger is on that side. Always run with that side towards the open field, so that if you do fall in, chances are you'll fall in on your right side, and your auger's already towards where you picked. That way, when you tip, it actually picks the auger up instead of putting it down. And by tipping it up, you have a lot better chance of getting a grain cart or a wagon or something under your auger in order to unload the combine to get yourself out. So it might take a few extra minutes to do it this way, because now I'm going to have to drive back, but I only have to go down there. I'll drive back and I'll pick back. That way my auger's to this side. So if I do get in trouble, we'll be able to get the cart underneath the auger, and we'll be able to unload, light me up, and I should be able to drive out, or it'll just be easier to pull out. So I see guys do it a lot where they'll start on that outside 6 or 8 or 12, however many they're picking, with their auger right towards the ditch. Well, if you fall in, what's going to happen? Your auger's going to lean towards the ditch. Then you got to try to figure out how to get the grain out of the combine to lighten it up to get it out. Where if you stay the direction that your auger's towards the open field, it's a lot easier. It's just a little helpful hint for today. So a lot of guys already know that, but a lot of guys, they need to be reminded of it, because next thing you know, they're picking that first outside 6, and next thing you know, they're stuck, can't get anything under it to get the combine lightened up, and they're on the other side of the ditch with an auger trying to get the grain out of the combine, and it just turns into a real big disaster. So it's just something that takes a little extra time to do, but in the long run, it pays off if you get hung up. So, been there a couple times. It just works out great this way. Plus, if you need room to pull out and you've only got one machine, you've already got that picked off, so you have no corn in your way to get the tractor and tow rope out there and be able to pull the combine out. So, a little helpful hint. So, I'm going to keep picking. So, Mom brought us down supper. So, I'm going to unload real quick, and then I'm going to give her the phone and she's going to video me while I pick so I can get some outside video. Something I haven't been able to do. So she's here. She said she'd do it. So I'm going to give her the phone here in a second, and we'll get some outside video. Pretty excited. be it for tonight. I think I have a bearing issue in my cylinder. So that's just gonna be it for tonight. It's dark anyways. I'm tired. Dad's tired. We'll just fix it in the morning, or see if we can fix it in the morning. So anyways, don't lose faith in me. I'll keep this old combine going one way or another. So anyways, if you like this episode of Dirt Green Steel, give me a like and subscribe. And we'll continue on tomorrow and see what exactly is wrong with this combine. Just all of a sudden, it happened all at once. Listen. Anybody got any ideas? Or tell me where to start? Gleaner guys that may have had that sound before. I've checked every pulley on this combine. I've checked everything, took a pry bar, picked them up and down, trying to get movement. I can't get any movement out of anything. So I opened the thrasher door thinking it had a chunk of wood stuck in it. Nothing. Clean. I run it with the thrasher door open. Perfect. Same perfect sound. So I don't know what's going on, but kind of put it into things tonight though. So that's alright. I'm tired anyways. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.